Muscle up, back up and change. 1 carat drill in my fame. Just running deep through my vein. Taking drugs, healing the pain. Let the pain drip on my mane. Let the pain drip me and wait.
I don't own the rights to this music, but this is a hard-ass song.
Rap on up, Big Daddy made it. Big Daddy didn't think it would happen. Big Daddy blessed me with talent. My new bitch, I got shit that bit in the panties. She's sexy and so charismatic. I hope it's a bulletproof vest in that jacket. I keep it dressed like we met it.
Greetings, Macadine family. Camille Shabazz here. Hope all is well with you and family and life, and that you're out here surviving to the best of your ability, especially to my black brothers and sisters out here in this hostile environment that has been hostile towards us since the very beginning and will never cease until we are compensated and allowed to go on our separate ways. What I wanted to talk to you about today, I was asked the other day by several brothers if I would say something in regards to Father's Day. And I didn't want to just talk about it on Father's Day. So I thought about it and I said, yeah, why not? And based on that request, my subject is on fathers. But the title is called The Father's Life, because we don't want to get caught up into being a father for one day or honored as a father for just one day. That's ludicrous. Father's Day wasn't even started. They tried to start Father's Day in the early 1900s, but it wasn't started as a holiday until 58 years after Mother's Day. Ironically, under the Nixon administration in 1972. But the subject, once again, is on fatherhood, the father's life. And I want to come out of the Macadine book. Ironically, chapter 38 is entitled The Father. And I want to read out of this chapter to give an illustration or a background on what it is I would like to discuss in regards to fatherhood. It begins by saying, God, the greatest lie ever told, the greatest dope ever sold. As I said and say many times before via Macadine, religion is the opiate of the people, the exterminate of the black race. Although speaking from my people's perspective, it's actually the exterminate of all people on one level or another. It has and is ruining humanity in the name of salvation. Out of fear of the powers that be, great scientific minds of the past and today rarely oppose the false idea of an ethereal God or Father who created and rules everything, and the other nonsense attributed to it. Remember Galileo? His name was Galileo Galilei, actually. He was he was a scientist of the 16th century whose scientific findings opposed the Pope of Rome. And he had a choice whether to make his findings fit the findings of the Pope, or he'll find himself in some serious trouble. And of course, he took the road of less resistance and recanted his information. Now the book continues by saying, common sense says that either there's no God or the one that exists doesn't give a damn about us or this planet. Through religion, the sovereign nature or father nature of the human being has been nearly totally destroyed via the teachings of some non-existent entity floating in the universe called among other names, Father. They teach the believer to have faith in and be obedient to this Father, which is the key to receiving blessings and eventually meeting with it in the afterlife. Hence the phrase, Our Father who art in heaven. But in the meantime, give your money, confessions, and allegiance to the physical fathers of the earth, aka popes, presidents, prophets, reverends, etc. The truth is, the way the word Father is pronounced is deceptively inflected to deceive one from its true meaning, like the way they mispronounce the word Protestant to hide its essential meaning, which is to protest. People don't know, Baptists and Methodists who refer to themselves as Protestants don't know that the word should be pronounced Protestant, based on the fact that the originator of the word, or the one that the word was originally attributed to, Martin Luther of Germany from the 15th, 16th century, or 16th century, was because he protested against the Pope of Rome. And based on him protesting those who were separated from the Roman Catholic Church were known as Protestants, protesting against the teachings of the Pope of Rome or the Catholic Church. Let me continue. In the case of the word Father, the word Father should be pronounced with the A being long, as in the words paper and mather. The proper pronunciation of Father changes the entire concept of the word, because now what a father truly is comes to light, a Father. So the partially correct phrase repeated by religionists, that is, faith without works is dead, should say faith without a Father or a worker, a Father Father is dead. So the word Father Father is another name for the sovereign, self-reliant man that people like Emerson spoke about. Interesting. But let me go on to this right here, where it says, the never before heard teachings of the Maccabeen about man being Gog, which means God over all gods, above any and every conceived God of the past or present, is so shocking to the average man and woman that it appears to be beyond blasphemy itself. Adulation, fear, worship, etc. of a provenly non-existent ghost god has become a diseased part of human DNA that in order for man to truly be free in all that he can be, it must be totally plucked out of him. Very deep. In the Maccabeen, gods are nothing but forces. And once a man is undamned and awakened, all forces, so-called gods, are at his disposal. And the mystical father / Father, who was exiled into the realm of Never Never Land, takes his proper place on earth in you and I. There's no Father besides you and I. Ra, Jah, Jehovah, Allah, Yahweh, God, whatever name you give this ghost, was nothing and is nothing but a creature of a creation of our imaginations. And this is ruining man. Every day, religion is still ruining and destroying the sovereign nature of the true Father, the true Father. You and I, we, man, the true Father, the Father of all, is us. We have just been destroyed mentally. Our minds have been ruined by false education, religion, and all kinds of other foolish stories that we have lent our minds to. The Father, the Father. How do we get in contact with this faither that's within us. How is it possible? Well, certain things have to be in order. First and foremost, you got to acknowledge that the Father in you is dead and asleep, which is evident by the way the world looks and how we're allowing these 1%ers to rule the planet and overrun us and rule us and tell us what to do, tell us to put masks on. Whatever the case may be, you are not in contact with the Father, with the faither in you. And religion is a lie designed to take you away from the faither within yourself. So the Macademe is designed to awaken the faither, to destroy the idols around the faither that has destroyed the faither's sovereign power. This reconnects you to the faither so that you can get your reparations in the proper manner as a sovereign and not as a U.S. citizen, to give your money right back to the very one who has taken all your money and resources from you. Sovereignty. Get into your sovereign Father self. That's what the Macademe is primarily about. Contacting you with your sovereign, all-powerful fatherly self that's within you. All you need to do is be regenerated, and that's what the Macademe means. That's what this book is dedicated to. Getting your mind right, getting the spirit reactivated so that you can be the ruler of your life. Really be Mr., which means master. So that's all I wanted to say. Living the fatherly life, living the Father's life. Don't rely on a day for you to be mistreated by the world and made a mockery of by the world, because the Father's Day that they celebrate is a joke. It's a joke. And it was a joke from the beginning. Most men detest Father's Day. It's not fun to us because it's not real. It's not genuine. Men are treated like shit in the world. And it's getting worse every day because man's testosterone levels and man's thoughts about himself are degenerating more and more each second of the day. And you don't know where to turn. But I'm letting you know, the Macademe will put you back into your fatherly position as ruler of your universe first and foremost. And then ruler of your financial universe, your family universe, your bodily universe. Everything about you, you will be in total control over. And that's what autonomy is all about. Thank you for listening. And I'll have more on this subject in the near future. Live the Father's life. Stop taking the second seat, the back seat. Let's do this, man. Let's get on point. Peace.